act to follow. Anyway, it's really wonderful to be here. I waited a long time to come here, and thanks for for having such a wonderful network and one of the biggest SRI conferences anywhere. And also thanks to Anuzan for making it possible, and for everyone here for being so welcoming. The first thing I need to know is how to advance the slides. Oh, this is a laser pointer. Okay. Well, this is me, Lucy Fisher, and I work at SRI Rice Center, and some colleagues of mine worked on some network analyses because we were wondering about the networks, and I'm going to present that to you today. So, let's see. Oh, this is our website from the SRI Rice Center, which is only 3 years old, although Norman has been working since 1997 on SRI. So you can find, if you come to our website, which I put in red here, sririce.org, you can find all kind of research, manuals, videos, anything that you need to know. Maybe it's a few things you need to know. So, because it's early morning, I thought I'd start out with some pictures of around the world, what's happening, so that you wouldn't fall asleep with the graphs that I'm about to present. This is one of my favorite programs. It's Afghanistan. It's one of the more than 50 countries that we have SRI. They were able to double their rice yields with SRI. I really like this picture here. This is the farmer leader. And the government has certified some of their yields. This is their Darn language manual, which is really wonderful. And it was done by Aga Khan Foundation, and now FAO has taken up. SRI was successful enough. Although it's difficult there, and sometimes they have to go to the field. I have pictures of them going to the field with their rifles. Anyway, SRI soldiers on in Afghanistan. And here's another picture that we always show because it's so wonderful. There's about 1 million SRI farmers estimated in Vietnam right now. This is a picture of the storm resistance. You know, we all know that SRI makes better, stronger roots. And, well, here's from Dong Tru Village. You can see that it's not lodging, which Koma mentioned yesterday. One of the things that is good about SRI, among all the other things, is that it increases biodiversity because you don't have to get rid of all your traditional varieties that can't stand up under fertilization machines. And this is in Mali. Last year there was a huge war in Mali, and this project, this SRI project, was right in the middle of the war zone when the jihadists came down from the north. And everyone left the country, all the NGOs, UN, but the SRI project, they just put on old clothes and grew their beards and went on and measured their yields, and it's a fabulous success. So this is the map that we all see. It starts in Madagascar, and 10 years later comes to Malaysia, and 2 years after, 2009. Then we have the Srimas network starting. And we estimate there's now about 5 million farmers who are practicing SRI in different forms. So this is the project I was working with the students on over the last year. We wanted to identify all the SRI networks because there seem to be a lot of national networks, and they're doing a lot, but they're not really connected to each other, and we don't always know what they're doing, and we wondered. So we have 2 regional networks. One is in Spanish, Latin America, and the other one, West Africa, runs in French. These are fairly recent. They were initiated by a university the university level. And we have 2 global ones. This is the equipment network that Tom and Tom are big members of this. It was actually started because, partly because of them, which I'll tell you about in a little while. And you can join that if you're interested in equipment development. Research, our research network is really why, let's go on before we run out of time. Oh, that's the wrong direction. This is, of the 9 networks, 6 of them actually have discussion groups. So we read all of the students and I read all of the traffic for all of the listservs for 2012, and then we mapped it with network analysis software. So you can see, this is India in blue, the big one, the big 2 networks. You can see how they're operating. Then there's Indonesia is yellow, and here's Philippines. These aren't all the players, these are just the major network connections. And you see, they're not really talking to each other. This is one thing I want to do is make some more connections between these networks, because you have a lot to share with each other. Of course, you can see one person, who's that? That's me, talking to everyone. So, as an example, this is the national network. Oh, it says national. Oh, yeah, national networks in the Philippines. There's actually 2. Last week I went to the Philippines because they were making a Philippine SRI research network. The original network is out of the NGOs, but they wanted to make a national research network and start doing serious research. And so they started this Yahoo group. So they'll be having discussions on that. Philippines is a very old network since 2002, and this is a map of all. Do you see all these blue spots? This is only half of the Philippines. The other half has even more blue dots. Each one of those blue dots is our trials and trainers and our trainings. The white ones, if you can see them, those are actually trainers. There's 4 regional areas, and so they really do a lot with farmers. And there's one other thing I wanted to say about this network. Philippines has the most disasters of any country in the entire world. I found that out in the Philippines. So one of the things they're doing with SRI is they're including it in their disaster programming, because the strength of the roots stops, as we saw before, the lodging, and also helps in flooding and drought. And so this is actually kind of an interesting thing. And they also have another thing I wanted to mention is a hotline. How they've reached their farmers is they put the number of the hotline in the newspaper, and then people will call it up. They'll text, and then you can text and request a training, or you can request materials. And we went to one of those trainings that was actually in Manila, and it attracted a lot of these farmers who live in the city, and they have land, but they only go out there on the weekend. And so there's a lot of movement. This is kind of creating a little back to the SRI field, the weekend warriors. We should have a special section for them. All right, I'm going backwards again. Here's the network traffic. You can see India's way up there with over 1,000 posts on their discussion group per year. I don't want to take time to go through these right now. Actually, these ones that are going down during 2013, the Philippines and Indonesia are both way up. So there's a recent spike of activity. This is, we wondered after seeing all the traffic, what exactly they were talking about. They're talking about events, they're sharing things, news publications, requesting information, and also talking about research. And this one is mostly, this India one is mostly just posting the news, but actually the Indonesian and the Latin America and Philippines, they're They're actually talking about all these subjects. So they're very active networks. My key is stuck. Oh, there. Here's some of the blogs and social networking sites around the world, and you can see that Malaysia actually has the most online presence. These are member sites mostly. There's Matam's and Azmir's personal sites, and then the main, here's the main Srimas website. And you can see our new, we got one recently, Taiwan started a new Facebook, and we could spend a lot of time going through this, I do, believe me. These are basic websites. The two at the top would say are not really working right now, but the rest of them are all, you can tune in. Equipment, I've talked to some of you about equipment before. Equipment is a big bottleneck for SRI in a lot of countries, and one of those countries is Malaysia. So, luckily, you have Patam and Matam, and we had another group in Costa Rica that were really having a lot of trouble inventing things. So we put them together with Matam and Patam, and they had a Skype call, and they actually made big progress, and now the Costa Ricans are much better off. So we said, oh, this works so well, let's start a equipment network so we can exchange designs. And they suggested, the members suggested Facebook. So this is our Facebook. It's a closed group, but if you request and you're interested in sharing equipment design, please do join our equipment network. Oh, so the other network that we have, which I showed you, which is a global network, which I hope you will all join if you're all in research, because I really think we should do more exchanges, is our research network. The research network is new. If you go to our website, we have 3 ways. This is just a long laundry list of 350 articles about SRI in research journals. This one over here is a database. It's a bibliographical database where you can get the abstract out of RefShare. And this is our new Mendeley System of Rice Intensification Research Network that we hope you will join. So when we were looking, the reason we wanted to find all the research was because people were saying, oh, there's no research, SRI is not real. So we went and we said, oh, look, there's hundreds of research. We put them all, and then we thought maybe there's something going on in China. So I got some Chinese students at Cornell, and they went into the Chinese databases, and they pulled out 140 research articles at 47 institutions. And then they translated the abstracts for us and the titles, and you can find these. They're doing some really unique things that we haven't really done, like instead of square planting, they're doing triangle planting. All very interesting. Am I running out of time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, in 2 minutes, this is going to be this is going to be like 1 month hours. Okay, interview. We want you to join our SRI Global Research Network. Why do we need a research network? Well, this is, wait a minute, that wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to. Well, we need the research network anyway because we don't want to duplicate research. You should be able to find it. People that are doing research in different countries don't know about each other. They're not using standardized methodologies. If we can all get together, we can find our colleagues, we can set a global research agenda or national ones. We can standardize the methodologies again, which is, I think, really important. And here it is. You go to Mendeley, sign up, download, or you don't have to download it, you just sign up. Join the group. You can have Facebook-like discussions on this group. It's like Facebook. You can see who the other members are. You can see the papers, and over here, I tagged them for you. So if you just go to your subject matter and you just push on this tag, you'll find, lots of different things. You can also add your own research. we hope you'll add your own research. Or you can find and save papers, get the papers, and you can set up notifications so whenever anyone publishes a research and we put it up there, it'll come to you and you'll know. So be in the know. The one thing I wanted to mention about research is that SRI didn't come out of the research station. SRI really is being, you know, experimented on by the farmers themselves. So we, instead of just encouraging research, we need to encourage farmers to be able to keep their own data and publish. Oh, wait. This isn't showing. There's supposed to be all these dots come down here. So, press this. Oh, no. Well, it doesn't matter. I can tell you what's in there. The dots might have said that we should be, we can help train farmers how to collect their data and keep it more systematically. You can do action research. We can just, farmers who are actually doing their research, they could just be, you know, writing it down and watching it and sharing it with people. But these are all things as a network we should be thinking about. That's the end of my talk. Please join any of our networks you want. I really believe that our networks we should be talking to each other. A lot of people in a lot of countries are evolving the same things, and it's really important for us all to work together. This is, well, this is me. You can find me. There I am, Lucy Fisher. Although yesterday someone stole my email address, and now it's sending people spam in Russia. So I'm the real Lucy Fisher. And this is our SRI email address, and once again, this is our, you can get srirights.org, you can get pretty much almost anything you're looking for. And please, everyone, send me things, and it will appear there. We do have a Malaysia page. Thanks for letting me go over time.
Okay, thank you Lucy, thank you very much. Any questions? Saya rasa network ni mustahak. Saya juga nak nyatakan dengan cara networking ini kita juga, universiti bukan saja terhad kepada UPM dengan UKM. Kita sekarang nak join the bandwagon lah, I would say, is University Utara Malaysia. They are also working very closely with our Sri Lanka.